Good morning, everyone. I feel like it's been a while since we last saw each other. I know you're probably still exhausted from your midterm exams, but we must continue. This is lecture 5 in our historic video lecture series. I'm not quite awake, so please excuse my sip of coffee. I'm still waking up. Guys, there are 20 words today. It's a little bit long, longer than I anticipated. So please relax, get some popcorn. I'll do all the talking and you just listen. October 31st is Halloween. And I know that's not really celebrated here, but millions of children look forward to it every year. And I have some fond memories of trick-or-treating when I was a young boy, which is why I chose this first word, poltergeist. Do you know this word? Poltergeist? Maybe you already do. It's a noun. It just means ghost. What do I have here? Oh my God. A spirit or ghost that moves furniture or throws objects around in the house. Guys, in 1982, before you were born, Steven Spielberg directed a film called Poltergeist. You don't have to watch it, but if you want to see what gave your professor a terrible fright as a young boy, go to YouTube and type Poltergeist. They may have made some remakes or sequels, but this is the original one. And actually, it's not that scary. As an adult, it doesn't feel scary to me. But when I was a young boy, it really made my heart beat fast. And I don't want to spoil the plot, but they live in a haunted house and there are poltergeists. Let's see here. Take a look at this. So here's just a rocking chair. Now, a poltergeist is a ghost that, you know, you just see an empty rocking chair rocking. That's a poltergeist. While I was making this lecture, guys, I was wondering, do you have poltergeists in Korea? I don't know why, but in Migguk we have a ton. I think maybe because there's so many murders, and when someone dies terribly, the spirit is not at rest. So anyway, your country is very safe. No criminals, no poltergeists. I don't think I can say this in Korean. It's really difficult. I tried. Shigarawun Yurang poltergeist. Probably not on the test, but still a good word. And better than ghost, I think. Poltergeist. Say it with me just one time. Poltergeist. Good. It just means ghost. A noisy ghost. A poltergeist is a ghost that moves things around. 이해하세요? Like a chair or your teacup, or for example, in your kitchen, I don't have a photograph, but maybe like your cupboard door is open. Maybe all the cupboard doors are open. Or maybe a door closes. Anyway, that's a poltergeist. Hopefully, you don't have any at your home. I live in a small office tel off campus. I don't think the building's very old, so no one has died in it yet. Okay, so that's poltergeist, guys. Moving on, this next one, really good. I must confess I don't use it a lot, but still good English. Elephantine. Please say it with me. Elephantine. What does that word sound like? It sounds like an animal. Yes, of course. An elephant. Elephantine just means big. Have you ever seen an elephant? I like nature. Animals. Students, do you know the word poaching? That's a verb. A noun is a poacher. It's usually a man who shoots elephants for the tusk. Poaching is a big problem in Africa. Yepata. Elephantine. I think I have an example on there. He has an elephantine ego. What does that mean? He has a big ego. Of course, not all elephants are big. They start off small. My dear students, I know I've shown you this photograph before, but it's very special to me. This is a photograph of me in Africa in 1990. And it had a profound effect on me. I think that experience as a young boy really awakened me to the world. Made me interested in different cultures and languages and exploration and wildlife. Anyway, that's me when I was 11 years old. Okay, elephantine, find it on the test, guys. This next one, severity. What is that in Korean? Oh, by the way, elephantine, 매우 카다란. 매우 카다란. Severity, I'm just going to say it in Korean, guys, or I'll try to say it. 암격함. Do you know that? In my mind, it just means the seriousness of something. What do I have here? The condition of being very bad. And students, I underlined it in my handout. Serious, unpleasant, or harsh. So look at the example right from your handout, same as mine. The severity of the teacher was not fully appreciated by students. I'm paraphrasing. The severity of the teacher was not appreciated by students until they reached the final exam. Does that sound familiar? Look at another example. The prison sentence. By the way, sentence means term or a period in jail. A prison sentence should match the severity of the crime. So, small crime, small punishment. Great crime, great punishment. There's some really good examples here. Look at the penultimate example, the second to last. The chances of a full recovery will depend on the severity or seriousness of her injuries. Good English, guys. Severity. Please say that with me. Severity. One more time. Severity. Good. Again, I think in Korean it's amgyakham. This next one, very easy. You probably already know it. It's an adjective. Tranquil. Tranquil. Just means peaceful or calm. What do I have here? Free from disturbance. All right, that's kind of a technical definition. In Korean, 조용한. Can you think of some place or something that is tranquil? Maybe swimming. There's so many examples, guys. Maybe a forest. My dear students, if you haven't noticed, I always try to film in some place tranquil. I like to film outside and someplace hopefully quiet. Take a look at this. Here's an ajushi, and he's just sitting on a bench, resting, looking at the lake. Very tranquil setting or scene. My dear students, I'm not so old. I'm 43, but someday this will be Scott. All white hair, ajushi, resting on a bench. Please don't forget about me. Another example of tranquil. This looks like a winter wonderland. So quiet, peaceful. Yepta. Last one. So quiet. So that's tranquil. Moving right along. Okay guys, maybe out of all the words today, there's 20. I really like this next one, but again, I want to be candid with you. I rarely hear this word. It's an old word, maybe from the 19th century. Pauper. Pauper. It just means a poor person. And just to make a very simple sentence, I am a pauper. She is a pauper. He is a pauper. Just means someone who is poor. I very rarely hear that, but it's fine English. A very poor person, old-fashioned word. Let's see here. Just a simple sentence. The richest man. So, what's the guy's name? Elon Musk? Jeff Bezos? The richest man. By the way, this is the penultimate example in your handout. The richest man is a pauper if he has no friends. Do you believe that? Look at the last example. He died a pauper and is buried in an unmarked grave, meaning there's no headstone. What does that mean? He died a pauper. He died poor. That's it. A poor person. Okay, moving on. Next one, you know this one, guys. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Glance just means take a quick look. Quick look. It's difficult for me to say. Hulgit Boda. She glanced around the room to see who was there. Sometimes if you see a cute boy or a cute girl, maybe you don't want to stare, but you just take maybe a quick glance. It doesn't have to be that situation. Sometimes I'm on the subway and I don't know what's happening, but there are two drunk ajushis and they're fighting. I don't know what about, but the volume of their voice is really loud, and many people on the train are like, they will glance to see, what's happening. Anyway, glance. Moving on. This next one is a good one. I'm not sure if you know it or not. Decadence. Decadence. It's a noun. By the way, you don't have to know this for the test, but the adjective is decadent with the T. Please say that with me. The noun, decadence. Decadence. And then the adjective, decadent. Really good English. Decadence, let's see here. Behavior that shows low morals and a great love of pleasure, money, and fame. Okay, so let's see here. Moral or cultural decline, because of luxury. Excessive indulgence, so having too much. Excessive indulgence and pleasure or luxury. So Miguk is widely condemned as a decadent society, using the adjective there. A synonym is decay. Ooh, in Korean, sueolok. Sueolok. Do you know that word? Yes, you do. Okay, so take a look at this. So here's a young man, and he's flashing. He's showing off a brick of cash. Look at this. This guy, he's eating his money. Mmm, delicious. All right, look at this. He has 2 diamond watches, diamond rings on his fingers. And by the way, guys, I'm not picking on hip-hop culture. There are many examples of Hollywood celebrities and rock stars who have mansions. But guys, there's nothing wrong with success or having a mansion, but decadent or decadence is having, this is a picture. Actually, I know who this is. This is a singer. Her name's Nicki Minaj. And I'm colorblind, guys, but I think that's a pink Lamborghini. Here's decadence, though. There's nothing wrong with having a Lamborghini, but decadence, in my mind, is 5 mansions, 5 cars. There's no rule against it. 5 girlfriends, and so on and so forth. That is, excuse me, leading a decadent lifestyle. 이해하세요? Again, there's a line you can draw. You know, a lot of these people, they have, they've earned it. You know, they've worked hard and they are enjoying their success. But there's a saying, which I will now mangle, but sometimes success leads to excess. Okay, so that's decadent. Hopefully after you graduate, you will live a life of decadence, and remember your professor is a pauper. Sui Lock. Let's keep moving. This next one, it's a good one. Wizardry. Pretty easy. Comes from the word wizard, but well, let's see here. What do I have? Do you recognize him? Yes, this is Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. There's Gandalf and Frodo Baggins. Can't really see it in the picture, but he's holding the ring. He's a nice wizard. Some wizards are good. Some are evil. Do you recognize this wizard? Who is he? This is Dumbledore. It's Harry Potter's mentor and teacher. Probably my favorite wizard. Yes, Voldemort. No, I don't like evil wizards, but I really like this actor. His name is Ralph Fiennes. He's British, and I think he's just a great actor. So I like, this is probably my favorite wizard. By the way, 100 years ago, I used to work at a bookstore, kind of like Gyobo Mungo in Miguk, and I had a Slytherin necktie. I wish I still had it. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, guys, wizardry, guys, in this case, really doesn't have anything to do with wizards. Just means someone who possesses or displays a great skill or cleverness in some activity. I'm trying to think of an example here. I don't have any good ones. Well, anyway, in Korean, mabab. Do you know that? Am I saying that correctly? Mabab? I think it's a funny word. Mabab. Wizardry. Okay, moving on. This next one, bristle. Maybe you don't know this one. Stiffen. with fear or anger. I know you really can't see because I'm wearing a flannel shirt, but stiffen, like your muscles, your body stiffens with fear or anger. That's bristle. Or it can also have to do with hair. What do I have here? Hair standing up. Take a look at this. Here's a cat, and look at its hair. Its back is arched, and I'm just looking at your example here, guys. The cat's fur bristled, or is bristling. The cat's fur bristled and arched its back. It began to bristle with fear. Your professor likes cats. Do you see its hair, guys? Its hair is bristled. Okay. Now, guys, it has another meaning too, which I mentioned first, and that's to stiffen with fear or anger. Let's see here. Look at the penultimate example, the second to the last. You see where I am, guys? About Taiwan. Taiwan has been bristling over China's recent military incursions. In other words, Beijing has been flying jets into Taiwan's airspace. Have you heard about this? So guys, in this case, we are not talking about hair, but Taiwan, the nation, is bristling that China keeps flying into their airspace. Have you ever been to Taiwan? I have not, but I would like to go very much. I don't know if this is hard to see. This is an old National Geographic map. So here's hoofs, and there's Taiwan. Take a look at this. Here's a photograph of the capital, Taipei. Maybe some of you have been here. This is it was the tallest building in the world for a while. It's called Taipei 101, and there's some, looks like military helicopters, and they're carrying the nationalist flag. Anyway, Taiwan has been bristling, has bristled because China keeps flying military aircraft into their airspace. These are Taiwanese aircraft, but anyway, needless to say, Taiwan is concerned about the military buildup, and President Xi Jinping, his intentions. What are his intentions? Okay, so that's bristle. In Korean, 경직 되다. Good. Moving on. Next. Ooh, this is a good one, guys. It's an adjective. Virulent. That's a little tricky to say. Virulent. Virulent. Please say it with me. Virulent. Okay. A disease, extremely severe disease. Okay, good. Look at the example. I circled it on my handout. Europe's population was afflicted, means troubled. Europe's population was afflicted by a virulent plague known as the Black Death. You guys know this from your history class. Of course, some vermin, I think it was the fleas on the vermin, caused many people to die. Some people, this is an interesting painting, people thought God was punishing them, so they became very religious. Here's another painting, and you can see sick people. Sorry about the glare, guys. Can you see that? Awful. Guys, I don't know a lot about the bubonic plague, but apparently when people got sick, they got these boils on their skin. You see that? A virulent disease. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Maybe trying to heal them. I don't know the title of this. I think it's Dance of the Dead. Anyway, it's quite old. I think it's maybe from the 15th century. Fascinating. You see the skeleton is playing an instrument. All right, so that's virulent. Let me try to say this in Korean. Aguie chan. I did it. Phew. Virulent. Extremely severe disease. Okay. Black Death. Moving on. This next one, also disease or illness, but not the same, guys. Yeah. Virulent is an adjective. This next one is a noun. Malady. This is probably a more common word. Please say it with me. Malady. One more time, please. Malady. Not melody like some musical harmony, but malady. Malady. Good. A malady, just some sort of illness. It can be mild or severe. 이해했어요? What do I have here? Looks like this. Yeah, could be just a, common cold. That's a malady, or a headache. There's a little girl blowing her nose. This young lady, maybe her dad is checking her temperature. I'm a little suspicious. I think maybe she's feigning illness so she doesn't have to go to school. That's what I would do. Anyway, guys, a malady is just some illness. By the way, where am I? Can you think of any maladies? Guys, I think it was last year. I've had scores of maladies in my life. By the way, plural, you drop the Y and add IES. Don't worry, you don't have to do it for the test, but just letting you know, malady, singular, plural, maladies. About a year ago, I had a kidney stone. Yes, very painful. Oh my God. I had to go to Gyeonggi-dae Medical Center, and they removed it. Jesus, it hurt. I don't know why I got it. I guess it's a common malady. But anyway, kidney stones. What's another example? Can you think of an example of a malady? It could be anything, guys, like something really mild to something serious. When I was in, I think, middle school or elementary school, I got chicken pox. Do you know chicken pox? I actually looked this up. In Korean, sudu. Have you ever had sudu? You get itchy spots all over your body. Really, really itchy. Highly contagious malady. Have you ever had sudu? No? You're lucky. I'm not sure, but I think you can only get chicken pox once. So I don't know, but I guess I got chicken pox from a student from my school, just like someone in the classroom was sick, and I got it from him or her. Okay, moving on, guys. Oh wait, sudu, malady, byung, or byung, pye? Maybe just byung is better. Okay, next one, guys. I want you to know this. Cryptic. Please say it with me. Cryptic. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Cryptic. Good. Difficult to understand. Cryptic. having a secret or hidden meaning. Interesting. Look at the example. Here I am, guys. Although his remarks appeared cryptic at first, so mysterious, difficult to understand, although his comments, his words, appeared cryptic at first, we began to see how really pertinent they were. By the way, my dear students, I underline that word. Pertinent just means relevant. I don't know what it is in Korean. I'm sorry, I didn't look it up. But pertinent means relevant to what is being discussed. Okay, in Korean, hard. Susu gegi gatan. Did I say it okay? Let me try once more. Susu gegi gatan. Yeah, that's cryptic. Take a look at this. Egyptian hieroglyphics. Can you read it? Oh my God. Guys, this is Phoenician. It's a kind of Punic script. Ancient language. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. And it's backwards on your screen, I'm afraid to say. I can't read it very well, but I can make out some words. It says, beware, do not register for Scott Haven's class. Take a look at this, guys. This is a photograph from a museum in Tunisia. 잠시만요. 2,000 years ago, there was a great battle between Rome and Carthage. You might remember this from your history. And this describes the battle. By the way, Carthage is located in what is now the country Tunisia in North Africa. Anyway, this is what it's describing. So here the Carthaginians and the Romans fighting. Remarkable. I'm sorry, the glare is there. And this is the leader of the Carthaginians. His name is Hannibal. He's considered a great military leader. Okay, so that's cryptic. Moving on, guys. Next one, cursory. Just means fast. See where I am here, guys? Hasty, fast. Fast, hasty, and therefore not thorough or detailed. Done quickly with little attention to detail. Look at the example. Only a cursory inspection of the building's electrical wiring was done. A cursory inspection. What do you suppose that means? A cursory inspection. Please say it with me. Cursory. Just means quick and not thorough. In Korean, Daejung Hanun. I don't know if my pronunciation is correct. Look at the last example. She gave the newspaper a cursory look and then put it down. So a cursory look. She gave the newspaper a cursory look and then put it down. Okay, just means quick and not detailed. Moving on, next one. Probably not on the test, guys, but it's a noun. Anomaly. Please say it with me. Anomaly. How do I explain this? Anomaly is something out of the ordinary, something atypical, hard to describe, abnormal. Look at the example. Siamese twins are considered a birth anomaly. Do you know Siamese twins? It's when children are born connected to each other. 이해하세요? It's a kind of, I'm not sure, but I believe it's a birth defect or birth, it's an anomaly. In Korean, Yahweh. Moving right along, guys. Aha! This is a very good one, guys. It's an adjective, draconian. Please say it with me, draconian. Now this one I use, and I put a star by it. You see where I am, guys? Right down here. Hit pause if you have to. Very strict rules or harsh punishment. Now guys, I don't think I have it on your handout, but usually the punishment is above and beyond what is needed. So very strict rules or harsh punishment. I'm trying to think of an example. Well, in Korean, gahokan. Am I saying that correctly, guys? Gahokan. Draconian. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the relative grading system at our university is a little draconian. Or you could just make a sentence and say, the relative grading system is draconian, period. 이해하세요? It's strict. So guys, remember we were talking earlier about severity? The prison sentence, the amount of time you do in jail, or the punishment. The punishment should match the severity of the crime. Well, if I steal a pack of gum, I should be punished. Stealing is wrong, morally and legally. If I steal a pack of gum, or whatever, something small, what should my punishment be? Well, I don't know, maybe a fine. I'm not a judge, but maybe a month in jail. I'm not sure. I'm just making this up. But draconian would be chop off my hand. In some countries, they have draconian laws. 이해하세요? Very strict. I don't want to get in trouble, but I think in Saudi Arabia, in some cases, the punishment is draconian. 이해하세요? So again, I don't want to get in trouble. I can't remember if it's Saudi Arabia, but there are some countries that have very harsh punishments. And guess what? There's almost no theft. People are terrified to steal anything because they'll lose their hand. Okay, draconian, gahokan. Draconian, I like that. Let's go to the next one. It's an adjective, you probably know this one. Catastrophic. Please say it with me. Catastrophic. Catastrophic. Causing sudden and very great harm or destruction. In Korean, I think it's daejeong. 이해하세요? daejeong. Or alternatively, daebyeondong. Am I saying that right? Well, for example, I am concerned about the catastrophic effects of climate change. Take a look at this. Here's a photograph of a polar bear, and I read that many polar bears are drowning because they have to swim such great distances from one ice floe to the next. I fear we will continue to see the catastrophic effects of climate change during our lifetime. Okay, this next one, we're almost finished, guys. Hang in there with me. I really love this word. I use it, but I don't hear it very much. Transient. Please say it with me. It's an adjective. Transient. It means temporary. So my father used to say to me, Scott, embrace the transient nature of life. Or it is important to embrace, so accept the transient nature of life. So in other words, guys, all of this, this lecture, it is transient. Your time at Hoofs as a university student, transient, means temporary. That's it. Moving right along, almost finished, guys, and the last few are the best. This next one, I use this one. Please repeat after me. Deleterious. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Please enunciate your words clearly. Deleterious. Again, deleterious. It means, just in my own mind, harmful. But if you look at your handout, guys, I underlined it further. Harmful in a subtle or in an unexpected way. In my own mind, guys, it means harmful little by little. Like, maybe it's harmful, but it's gradual and you don't really notice it. Yeah, so that is deleterious. So, but plain English, guys, deleterious, harmful. Can you think of something that is deleterious? Yes, of course, tobacco. Smoking cigarettes is deleterious. Delicious. Do you smoke cigarettes? Guys, I'm ashamed to tell you this, but when I was a teenager, I smoked cigarettes, and eventually I got the nicotine patch and I quit. So, my dear students, help me. Examples of deleterious. So, tobacco and, yes, of course, alcohol can be deleterious. Don't misunderstand me, guys. I'm not against smoking a cigarette or drinking mekju with a friend, but moderation is key. In other words, you may enjoy these things, but not too much. Can you think of an example? Something that is deleterious. What is deleterious? Harmful. Of course, drugs are deleterious. By the way, it does not have to be something so obvious like drugs or alcohol. Take a look at this. Yeah, fast food is deleterious. Now guys, I love hamburgers and pizza, but let's be honest, it's high in cholesterol. And if you go to McDonald's, I like their French fries, but too much can be deleterious. Now, I've given you many examples. Can you think of an example? Something that's deleterious. What's that? My lecture is deleterious? Please don't say that. What about video games? Are video games deleterious? Some people say yes. Now guys, again, don't misunderstand me. I'm not judging you if you enjoy games. I think actually I don't play video games, but when I was a kid, I certainly enjoyed them. However, if you spend 20 hours a day playing League of Legends, it might be deleterious. Incidentally, my dear students, the first time I went to a PC Bong, I experienced culture shock, deep culture shock. Everyone had on headphones and they were talking to each other and they were super serious. Wow. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not judging, but I'd never seen anything like it. I heard that some years ago, the government made a draconian law where teenagers were not able to play video games from midnight to 6 a.m. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know what the law said, but apparently the government was concerned that gaming was having a deleterious effect on young people. Okay, so that's deleterious. In Korean? Haerowoon. Haerowoon. Okay, moving on. This next one is the exact opposite. Deleterious, harmful. This next one, another adjective. Please repeat after me. Salubrious. My dear students, I have a confession. I learned this word watching the HBO fantasy drama Game of Thrones. Yes, there's a lot of violence and nudity, but actually the English is quite good. And I'm embarrassed to admit, but I learned that word watching Game of Thrones. Please say it with me. Salubrious. One more time. A little faster. Salubrious. 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 Very simply, it means healthy, or something that promotes health, something that is likely to give health. Let's see here. What do I have here? Oh, I just wrote right from your handout here, guys. Something that's good for you. So, I just ask you for examples of deleterious. What are some examples of salubrious? Something that is salubrious. Well, I don't know. Maybe mushrooms? Are mushrooms salubrious? I don't know. Fruit juice, of course. I guess that could be salubrious. Again, oats. This looks like cereal. This is my kind of breakfast. Of course, fruits and vegetables are salubrious. Something that promotes health. Can you think of something salubrious? Avocado. I like to eat avocados in my salad. Interesting. Take a look at this. What is this, guys? Ginseng? Is this salubrious? I've heard it is. I have a confession. Take a look at this. I went to Lotte department store and I bought some, I don't know what this is. You use it to make samgyetang. I tried to make it, and unfortunately, it did not turn out very well. I'm not a good cook. The rice was not fully cooked, and the ginseng, this is ginseng, isn't it? I heard it's salubrious. Is it salubrious? Samgyetang is one of my favorite foods in Korea. and I tried to cook it by myself, but it was a disaster. Maybe I'll try again. Anyway, I bought a few. If you have any advice for me how to make good samgyetang, let me know. Do you like samgyetang? In Korean, salubrious. Oh, I just want to mention one more thing, guys. Salubrious, it does not have to be food or fruit juice or something like that. Look at the example here. I have a couple of examples. So, fresh air is salubrious. It means it promotes health. Fresh air and exercise are always salubrious, are always healthy. Salubrious habits, what does that mean? Healthy habits. In Korean, gangang e joan. Probably not on the test, but a good word, salubrious. Thank you, Game of Thrones. And the last one, and then we'll stop, guys. It's a verb. You probably already know it. Manipulate. Manipulate. Again, it's a verb. The adjective is manipulative. Manipulative. You only need to know the verb, but I hear the adjective often. Manipulate. What do I have here? Influence someone cleverly, unfairly, or unscrupulously. Do you see where I am? Unscrupulously just means dishonest. So, influence someone dishonestly. I'm trying to think of an example. So easy. Ugh. Oh, God. Trump. So manipulative. Awful. Let's see here. Guys, look at the second example. I circled it on my paper. Do you see where I am? I don't know if it'll focus. Yogi. As a politician, it doesn't have to be Trump, but politicians in general. As a politician, he knows how to manipulate or influence public opinion. This man is a snake. Look at this. These are all of his supporters, and there's like a big picture of him. Not only is he manipulative, for me, he's sickening. Guys, I have some bad news, and I hate to end the video on such a somber note, but I heard Trump, is contemplating running for president again in 2024, and he might win. Manipulate, guys, in Korean, you may know this. 조정하다. 조정하다. All right, guys. We'll stop here. I know that was kind of a long lecture. I didn't mean for it to be so long, but hey, great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future. By the way, I don't normally do this, but I want to show you the surrounding area. It's so beautiful. It's early in the morning. I must confess, I'm at Gyeonggi-dae, and the light is so beautiful. I want to show it to you, okay? 잠시만요. Let's see here. Okay, just a little panorama. I'll see you soon, guys. Goodbye.